Hello everyone, I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine, Shakti, and I had an amazing session with her. And I invited her to my hotel and in order to get to know more about her work and how she's working. Because she's working with something called Akashic Records, is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you explain a little bit what Akashic Records is and how you're working with people?
Okay, so the Akashic Records, they're ancient records, and they're the records of all things, of all souls. The records of karma, the records of thought, the records of all things, like even the records of this planet. And when I work with the Akashic Records, what I'm doing is I'm guiding you through your own records. So everybody has a soul, like everybody's got their own energy field, yeah? Let me know if I lose you.
Yeah.
But everybody's got their own energy field, and the soul records everything that you do. But we don't necessarily know how to understand that and unravel it and use it to our advantage. So what the Akashic Records do, and as I work with them, I help you to understand what your soul has recorded. Like this camera is recording everything, you know, and you can teach somebody how to record, how to use it. I do the same with the Akashic Records.
But can you go in and edit as well, or or how do you help them to kind of, because that's your work, isn't it? To help people and to connect them into the soul. You
can go and you can clear up areas that may be a little bit blurred, that you're not very happy about. This is where karma comes in. Right. Like karma mean learning. When you don't understand something or you've got something wrong, and the karmic repercussions of that have had strong and lasting, quite damaging consequences on you, for example, you can go in with a clear mind, with clear energy, and look at what the potential for learning and growth was there, actually at that time, and see it for what it is. And bring yourself up to date. So it means that we don't have to trudge through treacle in life, because life reflects everything back at you that you haven't resolved inside of yourself. Like the good stuff, you're not bothered about that, are you? I mean, it's good, you're happy. But the harder stuff, the stuff that we struggle with, are the things that we haven't fathomed out, and that's what life is trying to show us. With the Akashic Records, it's a tool where you can literally go into the editing suite and say, yes, I need to know about that, but that bit's not important. And we only work with the highest good of the soul with that person. So, like, you can't delete something that's in your karmic path. There are some basic fundamental universal laws that you can't really go against. If you did, you wouldn't be able to work with the Akashic Records. This is going to sound, well, it might sound really far out, but there are keys and codes that you have to attain to get into the realms of the records. If the records are held in different types of dimensions, like you can think of it like radio waves. So you tune into different bandwidths, and you have to have your radio tuned into a certain medium wave, FM, digital, to pick up that type of quality. And the higher the quality, the better the radio needs to be. With the Akashic Records, you need to really to have worked on yourself to be able to gain access to those realms. Okay, so you can look at what you've already learnt and understand it, because often in life, we'll learn something and then we'll continue to make the same mistake over and over again before we realise, that was what was about. I missed the point completely. So with the Akashic Records, you can see it right there. This is what I've learned. Okay, now where do I take it? And it means that you don't have to go through all of that confusion and rubbish again of forgetting that you realised it the first time around. So it clears everything up. It clears up your vision. It helps you to see things as they are and be direct with your focus. We're born creators, and when we have an idea, we make it real. Like this right now. So with the Akashic Records, you can be really focused on what you actually do want, you know, from what feels good inside of your heart. Okay, so you clear out all the rubbish that's in there first of all,
Right.
or the learning, the karma, however you, it's not really rubbish, respect to our feelings.
Yeah.
But then from that clear space, you can then define where you want to take it.
Right.
And it's completely up to us. You know, we literally, we can lay our own paths, but we can lay our own paths through a minefield or, you know, through paradise and live the dream, not the nightmare.
Right.
So the Akashic Records help you to live the dream and not the nightmare.
Beautiful.
Which is our birthright.
And then so for instance, when I came to you, I had been through a little bit difficult breakup with my girlfriend, and I wanted to kind of, first of all, have the lessons and learning it, so I don't need to go through the same thing again. But can you say how do you working with those kind of things or other kind of problems?
Okay, when I was working with you, it was slightly different because I was working. That was transformational healing that I was doing with you, and we were accessing that through your body,
right?
And through your DNA and through the emotional content and memory of your cells. So everything that you experience in your life, you can also feel as an emotion, and those emotions are stored somewhere in the body, and it's a way of accessing and unraveling what might be even ancestral, but it can be something that's reoccurring throughout your family karma. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't go that far, you know, and with you it was just purely for the relationship, but the relationship can be based around your relationship with yourself, your relationship with other things, your relationship with your own masculine, with your own feminine. You know, we have these two beings inside of us, these qualities of masculinity and femininity, that when they get on and harmonise, then our relationships reflect that back at us. But when there's something that's out of balance, the same thing will happen, you know, and it might just be that we don't need to be in that type of relationship anymore, or we can resolve it. But either way, we can always resolve it because we can walk away and still work through it ourselves. So yeah, that was more transformational healing that I did with you.
Okay. What other kind of things are people coming with?
People have spirit release. They've got where they don't feel themselves. They feel like they've got something with them. Their energy is being drained. Right. Spirit release is one. Soul retrieval is another. Lots of inner child work, things that have happened in childhood that people don't understand. Grief, like bereavement, when you can't seem to let somebody go even though they've already passed over. And the same happens in relationships. It's the kind of same thing. You still need to grieve, but there's an understanding about letting go that means that first of all you need to understand what you're letting go, and second you need to realise that, you know, when you set something free, it's all around you anyway. You know, you don't have to hold on. Right. But there's many things. There's finding your soul purpose. There's releasing family karma. There's ancestral stuff, past life. Traumas, and sometimes it's just about connecting people to their soul, to their purpose, to their star. I'm pretty much across the board, the way that I work, so it's often quite hard for me to define myself.
All the best to your work.
Thank you.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.